When it comes to welding, most people envision industrial settings, massive structures, and professional welders. However, welding can be a fascinating and fulfilling hobby accessible to DIY enthusiasts. Even better, you can fuse this hobby with a green initiative by using scrap metal. In this article, we explore the world of scrap metal welding, a creative and sustainable DIY project that allows you to turn discarded materials into unique, functional pieces of art. Welding basics. Before diving into the exciting world of scrap metal welding, let's cover some essential welding basics. Welding is the process of joining two or more pieces of metal together by melting the edges and fusing them. This can be achieved using various welding techniques, with arc welding being one of the most common methods for beginners. Arc welding employs an electric current to create an arc between an electrode and the workpiece. The intense heat generated by the arc melts the metal, and as it cools, a strong bond forms. For scrap metal welding, you can use a simple, inexpensive welding machine and the appropriate safety equipment, such as a welding helmet and gloves. Choosing the right scrap metal. The heart of scrap metal welding lies in your choice of materials. The world is filled with discarded metal objects just waiting to be repurposed. Old bicycle frames, broken tools, or even discarded car parts can become the building blocks of your creative projects. However, it's crucial to consider the type of metal you're working with. Different metals have varying melting points and welding characteristics. Steel is a common choice for beginners due to its versatility, while aluminum and copper can also be used but require some additional skills. Safety first. Safety should always be a top priority when working with metal and welding. Ensure you have proper ventilation to avoid inhaling harmful fumes and wear protective gear, including a welding helmet, gloves, and a welding apron. Keep a fire extinguisher nearby, and work in a clutter-free area to prevent accidents. The creative process. Now, let's delve into the fun part, the creative process. Scrap metal welding opens up endless possibilities. Here are a few project ideas to inspire your inner welder. Garden sculptures. Transform discarded metal pieces into unique sculptures for your garden. Weld together various components to create flowers, animals, or abstract designs that will add character to your outdoor space. Furniture. Design and build your own custom furniture. Old steel pipes and plates can become stylish tables, chairs, or shelving units with a bit of creativity and welding skill. Wall art. Craft metal wall art pieces that express your personality. Whether it's a striking geometric design or a nature-inspired motif, you can bring life to your walls with scrap metal. Functional items. Turn scrap metal into practical items like coat hooks, key holders, or even custom drawer pulls for your furniture projects. It's an eco-friendly way to add a personal touch to your home. Fire pits and BBQs. Weld together old rims, grates, and sheets of metal to create a unique and functional fire pit or barbecue grill for your backyard gatherings. Sharing your creations. Once you've completed your scrap metal welding projects, it's time to share your creations with the world. You can showcase your work on social media platforms, join local art exhibitions or craft fairs, or even consider selling your pieces online. This not only allows you to display your creative talent but also promotes the idea of sustainability by repurposing scrap materials. Conclusion. Scrap metal welding is an exciting and eco-conscious DIY hobby that empowers you to turn discarded metal objects into functional and artistic creations. With the right tools, safety precautions, and a dash of creativity, you can transform ordinary scrap metal into extraordinary pieces that showcase your ingenuity. So, start scouring junkyards and garage sales for hidden treasures, fire up your welding machine, and let your imagination run wild. Happy welding!
And dear, however, it's important to prioritize safety and develop your skill gradually. Here are a step-by-step guide to how to get started with welding project, along with some project ideas and the safety precautions. Before you start welding, it's crucial to understand the basic of welding techniques, equipments, and the safety measures. Consider making a welding class at a local community college or vocational school, or you find many online resources and the tutorials. Acquire the necessary equipment. To start welding, you will need to following these equipments. Choose the appropriate type of welding machine for welding project such as MIG, TIG or stick welding. Protect your eyes and faces from ARC radiation with a welding helmet. Invest in high quality welding gloves to protect your hand from burn and the sparks. Wear a flame resistant jacket, apron or a shield your body from a spark and the heat. In addition to a helmet, wear welding goggles for additional eye protection. Use these tools to hold your workspaces surely in the places. You may need a grinder for cleaning and preparing your materials, as well as ear protection, safety shoes, and the respiratory for additional safety. Depending on your chosen project, you will need appropriate material like metal stock, electrodes, filler rods, and any specialized tools such as wire, brushes, chipping hammer, and the measuring devices. Here are some beginner-friendly welding projects. Start with a basic flat plate to participate in your welding deeds and the techniques. Build a cart to store and transport your welding equipment. Create sculpture and the decorative pieces from metal. Design a rack or organize display your tools. Construct a backyard fire pit for a gathering. Design and fabricate brackets for shelving and the projects. Safety is a parameter when you start working with welding equipment. Following these safety precautions. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE). This includes a welding helmet, gloves, jacket, goggles, and the other necessary gears. Welding produces fume and the gases that can be harmful if inhaled. Use exhaust fan or work outdoor if possible. Regularly check your welding machine and safety gears for any defect or the damage. Be prepared to quickly extinguish any fires that may occur. Clean your work area of any flammable substance. Understand the properties of the metal you are welding, as different metal require different techniques. Maintain steady and hand to proper welding angles to achieve strong and the clean welding. In case of minor injuries, having a basic first aid kit nearby. Remember that welding can be dangerous if it's not done properly, so take a time to learn and always prioritize safety. As you gain experience, you can tackle more complex and the creative welding projects in a better way. Understand the potential hazard associated with welding, such as electrical shocks, ARC radiation, burn, and the toxic fume. Familiarize yourself with the safety guidelines and regulations specific to your regions. Research the different welding process, including MIG, metal, inert gas, TIG, tungsten inert gas, and the stick welding. Such as has its own set of techniques and the applications. Learn how to weld in various positions, including flat, horizontal, vertical, and the overhead. Different projects may require welding in different positions. Depending on the type of welding choose, you will need a consumable like welding wire, electrodes, filler rods. These materials vary depending on the metal you are working with. Having a dedicated work surface can make a welding project more manageable. It will provide stability and helps to maintain the correct angles. In addition to the safety gears, You may need tools like fire resistance welding curtains or the screen to protect other